Alright guys, I didn't know it was that time again. Man, did it go quick from the Rumble to the Chamber. But yeah, we got a little under 2 days now until we get the Elimination Chamber pay-per-view. Thankfully, this one looks to be a short one. So people watching like myself don't have to waste an entire Sunday evening watching a crap fest. But anyways, this is a kickoff match between Buddy Murphy and Kawatazara, or whatever the hell his name is. Buddy Murphy, the reigning IC champion. Do I see anything happening here? Do I see a title change? No, I don't. Even though Kawa is a champion himself, it wasn't a very long title reign, if I remember right. So, yeah, I'm just going to say it. Buddy Murphy retains here. Match number 2 on the card, we've got Braun Strowman versus Baron Corbin in a no disqualification match. So I'm sure we're going to get some sort of tomfoolery. Yes, that's a word in this match. But if not, I think it's going to be clear cut that Strowman's going to win. But I mean, Baron has got a bunch of allies now, so I'm sure we're going to see something go down. So I'll just say that maybe Baron wins, but only by interference. Otherwise, I'm picking Braun. Next up on the card, we have Intercontinental Champion Bobby Lashley and Lio Rush in a handicap match versus Finn Baylor. This will be Lio Rush's introduction to pay-per-view matches. He had that one match recently versus Baylor on Raw, which was all right. He is a very talented wrestler, for those of you who don't know his body of work. So hopefully he gets to be showcased here, but I don't know if that's going to happen, because they have him in a manager role, and I don't know how serious they're going to let the little guy be on a pay-per-view. But I guess we'll have to see, right? Bobby Lashley is, what, a month into his title reign? It would really be crappy if the WWE, if they already took the belt off of him. But, you know, I've seen crazier things. But I'm going to say here, because it's Lashley and Rush versus Baylor, that Lashley will retain. A little shocked this match is still going on, considering, who is it? Jay just got arrested again for like the second or third time, even though this one's really not that serious. Well, I shouldn't say it's not serious. If you don't know what was happening, Naomi and Jay were driving down the road or something, and she went down a one-way street. She got pulled over. The cop smelled booze. The cop pulled Naomi out of the car. And I guess Jay didn't like the way she was being treated, so he got out of the car, ripped his shirt off, and started hulking out on the cops. Tasers were drawn. He was eventually arrested and booked for disorderly conduct. But this is still on their website, and that was like 2 days ago, so obviously I would assume this match is still going on. I didn't even know this match was going on, because I guess I'm not paying attention. I know about The Miz and Shane being champs and all, but I didn't even know they were in a feud with anybody. So, anyway, I do not see the Usos going over Shane and Miz at all. Not because of this arrest. It's just too soon. They need these guys to have a little bit of success, I think, before they implode, because obviously the Miz and Shane are going to have a match at Mania. So, Miz and Shane over Jay and, what the hell's the other one's name? I don't know, the Usos. Another match on the card that I had no idea was even happening, because all you hear about is Becky Lynch and Ronda Rousey. This does kind of have me excited. I'm sure we're going to get some sort of a great match, but we all know Ruby is not going to win. I mean, it's not happening, but hopefully it'll be a good match. I don't think Ronda has been in one bad match yet, and this is a good opportunity for Ruby. I have a kind of a bit of a hard-on for Ruby. I want to see her succeed. I think she's a good wrestler. The Riot Squad just seems to be the 21st century job squad of females, which is kind of sad, because they're all pretty talented. Maybe Liv Morgan might be the weaker link, but I mean, this is Ruby as the leader, I guess, getting her comeuppance or her due. So obviously here, Ronda Rousey goes over Ruby Riott. All right, next up on the card is the first ever women's tag team elimination chamber match. We have the Boss and Hug Connection, I hate that name, versus Mandy Rose. Oh. I can't even think of her name right now. Versus Naomi and Carmella, versus Nia Jax and Tamina, versus Liv Morgan and Sarah Logan, versus the Iconics. I think it's pretty odd. Well, I don't know if it's obvious. It's probably going to be Boss and Hug, but the only other team that could possibly come into any sort of hope of winning here, I think, would be Tamina and Nia, because Nia seems to be on some sort of a push for being the a-hole self that she is in real life, so they're playing off of it, and she's getting a little bit of a rub here. Not that any of these other teams deserve it, but I mean, it's going to be the first title holders of the women's tag team titles since, I can't even remember their names. I reported on it months ago, though. So I don't think they're just going to have, like, Mandy Rose and Sonya Deville. There you go. Or, you know, the Iconics win these belts. It's going to be either Bayley and Sasha or Nia and Tamina. But I'm going to go out on a limb and say it's going to be Nia and Tamina. I mean, Tamina doesn't have any sort of a legacy at all in the WWE, and all she is a body coming out next to Nia. But I think she's due a belt, and like I said, I think the WWE is giving Nia a rub, so I'm going to just go with Nia and Tamina. So next up on the card is the men's elimination chamber match, starring Kofi Kingston, Jeff Hardy, AJ Styles, Randy Orton, Samoa Joe versus SmackDown World Champion Bryan Daniels. I was going to say Christopher Daniels. This one's a little funky too. I know they just did that big, huge push with Kofi this last whatever, but I just don't see it happening. I think Jeff is too beat up. They're not going to put the title on him. I mean, are they going to put a title on Randy? I don't think so. AJ, I don't think he's ready for them to put another belt on him. I think here could be Samoa Joe's time. I think, but I have lots of wishful thinking picks. It would be kind of weird Daniels retains here, but I mean, they just had this, I shouldn't say stupid belt, but they just made this belt, so I would assume it's not a 2-3 week thing, and they just put the belt on someone else and bring back the old one. But I think I'll go with my wishful thinking pick here and say Samoa Joe, but it's probably going to be Daniel Bryan retain. So anyways, guys, that is it for this Sunday's pay-per-view. I will be watching. I'll post a live reactions video. I don't know, hit like, subscribe, leave a comment. Tell me your picks for this Sunday's pay-per-view. Are you excited for any of the matches? I can't say I'm overly excited. This is Elimination Chamber, though, and I will say, was it last year's? No, the last time they had it was, God, was that when Bray Wyatt won? That was a good Elimination Chamber match, so I guess we can expect something. So, I don't know, I'll just leave it at that. But anyways, guys, like I said, thanks for watching. Mad Viking out. Catch you guys next time.